So, now, welcome back to American Textbook Reading. I'm Brian Stewart, and as you know, today I'm gonna tell you how to make an easy presentation of Science Book 1. It's a very easy presentation. It's the way that you make the presentation. It's the way that you make the presentation. The presentation is very easy because I'm going to tell you how we do it. The steps to the presentation is, the first step is to do the vocabulary. The next step is the mini quiz. The third step is the 2 pages of the questions. The fourth step is actually the speaking section, and finally the fifth step or the last step is actually the speaking comprehension questions. Those are the steps, and today is lesson 2 of Science 1. Lesson 2 of Science 1 is the lesson of life cycle of a plant. Let me write life cycle of a plant. Let me write it in big letters. Plant. So you can see the life cycle of a plant, and it's by me, Brian Stewart. S-T-A-U-R-T. Brian Stewart. And this is me. I usually don't have a beard, but I'm just gonna draw a beard on me. And this is me, my spooky eyebrows, the graceful smile, my hair sticking out, my ears, and then the top of my shirt and my feet. These are my hands. These are my lower legs, and these are my feet. There, they have 2. So can you see that I look like him? As you see, I have hair sticking out. I have some spooky eyebrows. I have 2 eyes, and I have a graceful smile. And I have a white body. I have white pants. I have legs, and I have feet. I have muscular arms. I have arms. So now let's begin. The first vocabulary word is actually some of the parts of the plants. As you know, it's seedling. Seedling. So here I'm gonna draw it. Here's the seedling sprout, another line right here. There, this is the seedling. Have you forgot something? As you know, you forgot the roots. Here are your roots. We'll add some crazy roots because the roots will go deep into the ground because we want the root to be long. So we need to make it go deep into the ground. So this is the plant and this is the root. This is called the seedling. The seedling. The seedling. The seedling. The seedling is actually a plant, a small plant, a very, very, very small plant that grows out of the ground. So I'm teaching you how to describe the seedling. Now the next word I'll teach you how to describe is actually the seed. Seed. Seed, and then L-I-N-G is a type of plant. L-I-N-G is this. This is the sprout. And ling is the sprout. But seed, this is the seed. So with the seed over big, the seed will be like this. It will be a very, very heavy seed. It could be a seed that fits a giant's arm. Can't you see that it's not my arm? My arm is the same size as the seed, but it can also fit the giant's arm, the giant's bone. This is the bone, this is the bone, this is the bone, this is the bone. So this is actually a seed. The thing that is inside the arm. Can you see it? This is a seed. Now the fourth word we're going to talk about is a small plant. A small plant. A small plant. It's a small plant. A small plant. A small plant is from here. To us, the small plant is way down here. But to the video, the small plant is just way down here. And these are the sprouts. These are the leaves. This is the leaf. Can you see that the leaves go all the way here? We also have a flower. A very easy way to draw a flower. You need to draw a circle and then 1 petal, 2 petals, 3 petals, 4 petals, 5 petals, 6 petals, 7 petals. Then it's an easy way to draw a big, 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 big flower. So this is a small plant. A small plant has many details. It has leaves as big as her size. It has flowers bigger than her size. It has many other parts. So when you talk about the small plant, you have to take your hand and point at the small plant. Now, finally, we're going to talk about the tree. So when you talk about the tree, you have to draw the tree on your board. This is a high-touch tree. We have other branches like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. With many branches. The tree will have many branches. The tree's branches can stick out in the leaves or stick out. So, yeah, that's the life cycle. As you know, in a mini quiz, we're going to talk about the life cycle. So first, the step one. Step one is the seed. The seed is a very, very, very small piece of thing from the food. So imagine this is food. This is an apple. Really, it's not an apple. It's actually a Rubik's Cube. And imagine this is food. And I am spinning the food. Can't you see I am spinning the food? I am spinning the food around. Then I'll get my knife. Imagine this is a knife. And I'll cut open the food. I had to be careful. After I cut open the food, I'll open the food inside, I will see these things. I will see these things. Here, I will see these things. Here. So, when I cut out the food, I will see these things. These are actually toys. But, look, they kind of look like seeds, don't they? Here, this is as small as a seed. This is as small as a seed. This is a big seed. This is a big seed. This is a medium-sized seed. This gray one. So now, after we use the knife and we cut our fruit open, we will have seeds. When we cut it open, we will have seeds. Then, after that, imagine this is ground. This is ground. This is ground. And then I'll put a hole in the ground. This is the hole. And then I'll plant the seed in the hole. Watch me plant the seed. I'll plant the seed in the hole. I'll bury the seed and then wait. I'll give some water and then finally it grows. Let me see. It grows and it grows. And then it turns into a seedling. This is actually a small seedling, but seedlings are as big as this. And then after the next and next and next cycle, we will have a small plant. So also imagine this is the ground. Then the seed will start growing. It will start growing. And it will start growing. Then it will turn into a big plant. This is only a small plant. This small plant will start growing. This small plant is in the dirt. It will grow. And then, as you know, the seed will go into a seedling. It goes into a small plant, and then finally it will grow into a big plant. This is a very big plant. This is a big plant. Can't you see it's a big plant? It grows out of the ground. So that's how we summarize it. Then finally, when the small plant grows into the tree, then the tree will have fruit again. We'll cut open the fruit. We'll get the seed. We'll get the ground. We'll plant the seed in the ground. It will grow into a seedling. It will grow into a small plant. And it will grow into a big plant. So that's the cycle of life of a plant. So now it's the end of this part. Now let's take a short break and come back. And finally, we'll do some of the questions. So now let's begin with the mini quiz. Maybe the questions. Have you ever heard of some questions? The questions in this lesson are very simple because I'm just going to teach you them. The questions in these books are very simple because it's only grade 1. Have you ever learned something from grade 1 but you're grade 2 or grade 3? That's really crazy, but I'm just going to teach you it. So, as you know, let's begin with the questions. The first question I'm going to ask you is, what does a small plant grow into? A, an adult. B, a seed. And 3, a seedling. Which is the one? A seed? Does a small plant grow into a seed? Well, that's not true, but a seed grows into a small plant. The seed will grow into a small plant. The seed will grow into a small plant. but not that the small plant will grow into the seed. Because if you chose the seed, you are a fool. So that's why I told you to choose. I told you to choose the letter. As you know, the letter. Actually, it's the letter. What is this letter? Or what is this letter? Can you find out what is this? The seed can either grow into a seedling, it can also grow into a small plant, it can grow into an adult, or it will grow into food. Because as it grows into an adult, the food will come. And then the seed cycle is still going, so the seed will also grow into some food. So now, let's do the next question. The next question is, a tree grows into fruit, but it doesn't start the cycle again. So, imagine, this is the ground. This is the seed. Where is the seed? So, imagine, this is the ground. As you see, this is the ground. And then, I'll take the seed from my container. Let me push the container out and then get my seed. Then I'll plant the seed in the dust. Here, can you see? I'm planting the seed inside the dust. Then one day I came out and the seed is gone. I thought someone had stolen it, but in the next day I saw a big black thing coming out. I thought it must have been smoke. So I ran into my room, got some water, and then pulled and then splashed the black thing. But it didn't move. It didn't have any other color. But it simply growed. It simply growed. It simply growed. So it simply growed and growed and growed and growed. So that's why I don't think the black seedlings are actually smoke. Because you see that the smoke isn't rising. You see that the smoke isn't moving. So don't choose it. So the tree doesn't grow into a fruit, but the tree will grow into, as you know, it will grow into others. It will grow into the seed. Do you know why? Because the tree will grow into the flowers on the tree. The flowers on the tree will go into the fruit. The fruit on the tree will go to your belly, and your belly will take the seeds and then you'll spit the seeds out. So the seed will go from the seed, it will go to a seedling, it will go to a small plant, it will go into a big plant, it will grow into flowers, it will grow into fruit, it will grow into your belly, and then it will go outside, which means you spit it out, or you just cut and get all the seeds out and then eat. So now, those are the questions for today, and now let's take a short break, another short break, and then come back and do the speaking section. So don't go away. So now let's do the speaking section. Our speaking section is about the life cycle of a plant. As you know, the life cycle of a plant is very interesting because the life cycle of a plant has many interesting things and steps, such as the seed, seedling, small plant, the tree, the seed, the seedling, the small plant, the tree, the seed, the seedling, the small plant, the tree. It goes around and 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 around. It will go around and 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 around. It will go around and around and around. It will go around. It will go around and around. So the cycle will go around and around and around. The cycle will never stop. Just like if I grew into an adult, I die, my son will be the next father. If my son dies, then my son's son will become the next father. If my son's son dies, and then another father will emerge, and then another, and then another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. It will go around and around and around, just like it will never stop in humans. It will never stop in horses, such as the horse will die, the baby will turn into a father. The baby will die, and the next father will return. And then the father will die, and then another father. The father will die, and then another father, another father, another father, another father. So the cycles will never stop. So now let's begin the speaking section. The speaking section is mainly about life cycle of a plant. The life cycle of a plant just like grows and changes. It will grow and changes. It will change from a seed to a tree. It will go from a seed to a tree. Have you ever heard that a seed goes from a seed to a tree? Yes, you do. So now today we're gonna discover that the seed grows or changes into a tree. So it grows and changes into a tree. It will have many changes. It will grow from a seed to a seedling to a small plant and to a tree. So that's why it has many changes. As you can see, the seed is different from the seedling. The seedling is different from the small plant, and the small plant is different from the tree. That's why I say it has many stages, or many different stages, or maybe changes in their life cycle. So the first step of the life cycle is a seed. The flower will be small. The flower will grow and 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 grow. It will grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. It will grow, and then actually the seeds will grow inside too. And then the seed will come out. We catch the seed and then plant a new plant. This is the seed. The flowers will grow and have seeds. The seed will be planted in the ground, and then it will grow into a seedling. The seedling is a little tiny plant. The seedling will sprout and become a small plant. Have you ever heard of a small plant? It's a small plant. It's very small, maybe medium size. A small plant is a plant that is medium size. Excuse me. And the small plant is a plant that is medium sized, but the small plant also contains some secrets. Do you know what is this stick coming out here? As you know, that's the seed. The seed that comes out of this sprout. It's called the vegetarian sprout. And we also have the internal sprout, which is hiding behind here. So those are the sprouts. They will sprout into the small plant. Finally, the small plant will grow into adult. The growth will go into a flower. The flower will go into seeds. The seeds will grow into fruit. We'll pick the fruit and we'll eat the fruit, and then we'll spit the seeds out. We'll plant the seeds, and the cycle will all over again. So now it's the end of our speaking section for today, and now let's do the speaking comprehension questions. Remember, I'm teaching you how to make it. It's a little long, so there's one speaking comprehension question, very difficult. How does the life cycle of a plant go? Seed, small plant, seedling, tree. That's A. Seed, seedling, small plant, tree. B. Seed, tree, small plant, seedling. That's actually C. So what do you choose? Do you choose seed, small plant, seedling, tree? Do you choose seed, seedling, small plant, tree? Or do you choose seed, tree, small plant, seedling? As you know, you choose B. Seed, seedling, small plant, tree. Seed is very, very tiny. seedling is a lot taller, small plant is even taller, and the tree is even taller. That doesn't mean the seed and then to the small plant, the small plant is way bigger than the seed. But the seedling is way smaller than the small plant, so it can be true. And the tree is way bigger than the seedling, the small plant, and the seed. So why can it start on the second one? So actually we'll choose B. So now it's the end of our lesson today, and thank you for listening to me, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.